Hey guys, thank you for coming in for another episode of Talking Mortal, brought here with Razor and Mungo. Razor, arguably probably one of the best players in the game.
Nah.
Don't be modest.
Arguably. Arguably.
And then Mungo himself, a great proven PvPer, both fighters of the GK area. How you guys doing today?
Yo. I'm good, man.
How about you, Razor?
Very good. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. 3 a.m., almost 4 a.m. We're gonna be good, man. It's gonna be a long, nice talk.
So I
got
want
myself some apple juice as well, just letting you know. Apple juice.
Is it apple juice? It looks like a little something.
It's apple juice.
Alright. We'll get back to that, guys. We know somebody else has been, anyways.
The apple juice? Yeah,
Alright, so, I don't know if you guys know, those listening here today, Razors actually has a community tournament that he started with the help of Nightfall. He's already had a very successful 1v1 tournament. I thought went fucking great. Could you tell us a little bit more about that, man?
I'll start off why I'm doing it in the first place. The reason I'm doing it is because nobody else is doing it, and unfortunately, Starvault are also not doing something for the community, if that makes sense, right? Kind of competitive side. When's the last time they did something in relation to like players fighting each other? Was it like the Coliseum event in Syndrome?
Yeah.
Like, what, years ago? Yeah.
Yeah, like a year and a half, a year ago.
Year and a half ago. And didn't the winner get like a GPU or something?
I can't remember. All I can remember from that event is Demra crashing it with his 30 fucking walls, honestly.
Alright. So that's the main reason I'm actually hosting my own tournaments now. Matter of fact, that before I hosted a 1v1, I attended a 2v2 tournament hosted by Albu from the Guild of Bars. And it was a 2v2 tournament, and me and Pablo won that, came first place. And I was really excited playing it, and I really wanted to play another one straight after. And 3 months passed, 4 months passed, and nothing was happening, and I was like, if no one's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's fucking awesome, man. I think you're doing a huge thing for the community. And I think it's even something that people got to also think about. You're tossing your own money on the line here, right? For these prizes.
Yes, this is all my gold farmed over since I started, basically, over 2 years or 3 years I've been playing. It's all my own personal gold that I've been farming.
And so, the question I have for you then, man, is a player like you, how do you keep playing Mortal Online? What keeps you motivated? Because you're definitely in the top percenter of the game.
It's a tough answer to actually, a quite tough question to answer, but personally I feel like the most important thing is who you play with. Being in a guild probably like helps that a lot, to keep playing. And then I also have like a competitive drive, so trying to be better at the game is like a goal, a motivation, so that helps as well. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just hooked to this game. I like it. It's obviously bad things about and good things, but I don't play any other game like this, so that would be kind of my answer. My guildmates and then my competitive drive to be like good.
To be good. Word. And Mungo, if you could kind of answer the same thing.
Thing keeps me in it. Yeah, so I play it with friends. I saw this game described as the best worst MMO, which I can relate to. The game's got a lot of issues, but it's got the best PvP combat I've ever had. It's got the highest highs. Very fun game to play. Small scale especially. I'm very hooked onto the melee combat of this game. So that's what keeps me back.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you guys bring up really good points, playing with friends. I mean, at the end of it, yeah, I think that's a huge decider for anyone that wants to play games, of course. But then, if you guys could answer this, what are 5 features you guys would like to see in this game in the near future? If Razor, if you could hit that first.
Okay, just on top of my head there. First thing I want is dynamic spawns. Like dynamic events, I mean. Something to get people out of dungeons and towns and make natural PvP happen in different areas of the map that's never used, if that makes sense. So if you go fight in a specific area, You might have never been there, you might have never used that landscape, so that's something I would like for number one. Number two, I'd like Starval to get more involved with hosting community events themselves. Get players involved with that. Get involved with the tournaments, maybe, perhaps. That'd be very good for the people and the viewership. Third, obviously more content is the best, but balancing, and polishing the game is very important for me now, so I can't really think of a fourth and fifth, but those would be my top three. Dynamic events, getting involved with the community more, and then the last one would be just focusing on polishing everything right now before adding more stuff.
How do you feel about the combat ability thing that Hendrik's going to be releasing on his next patch?
Combat abilities, the weapon abilities that they're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like an unknown at this point, but you know, he's been discussing it, and it was supposed to actually have come out last patch, but there was the delay because of Haven. So, I don't know what the fuck it's going to be, but is it even worth adding something like that? I think the combat system is in a really good place.
That one I can't answer myself unless I get to test it. And I don't know if I should be saying this, but I have been testing stuff for Starval with some other people. The closest example, or the recent most example, is the Blink Charge. That's actually been tested by myself and some others with some of the devs. And in my opinion, it's a very good change for the combat. Talking about weapon ability combat changes, I don't know. I don't know how like balanced that can be. Do you know what I mean? I need to know what it really is. You know, it's very broad.
Right. First thing I think to my head is like in World of Warcraft, the warrior charge.
All right.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
No. Go ahead.
Oh fuck! No, go, hit me. What are your thoughts on that, man? What are your thoughts?
Oh, my thoughts? No, I was gonna say, Mungo, go ahead, Mungo. What do you think? And I'll maybe add on top of that, bro.
Oh, what, on a warrior charge for melee fighters? Absolutely, man. The first thing I tell new footies when they come into the game is never piss off the Dex Mage. Because there's nothing you can do, and you're just dead. So, you know, if I can switch that up a bit, you know, I'm all for it. And I am purely biased, 100%.
No, for sure. So, topping on top of what Razor's kind of shared with us on features he would like to see himself, do you have anything additional that you could add to that list?
So there's been a lot of good content additions. There's been like every big patch has had a new dungeon. I like it, even though some people say like they're copy pasted. I don't believe that's the case. I think the new dungeons are all like fun in their own way. I would like to see a chill on that and just like drop back and fix like some base bug issues that we've seen with the game recently. Or like over like a long time, there's been some bugs which people have complained about. I'd just like to see some good quality of life changes. Would be my number one choice on that. In terms of like combat abilities, I think it could either be really good or really bad. I'd have to test them. I could not tell you. Like it could be one thing where it's just like insanely OP and broken, but you know, you never know until it's tested. You know.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Comment.
No, but for sure. So, do you guys think, we'll start with Razor, that there's been a decent amount of quality of life changes with the recent patches? Or do you think that we're still slacking in some areas?
Yeah. Quality of life changes. Okay, so from my personal experience and just background work with some people that create the game, I feel like they are taking a better step forward and making the game better and kind of listening to the players, if that makes sense. I feel like they've been doing a better job since UE5 in improving the quality of life. However, there's still a long ways to go, I believe.
No, for sure. I agree with that. They've done some really big strides recently with these recent sprints, and I definitely got to clap my hands to Starvault for sure. Mungo, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so the biggest quality of life change that they did recently was the heavy armor training thing that they did, where you can just wear the armor and it just A, levels up no matter what you're wearing, and B, you don't just have to sit in a corner, like try and glitch your way into a wall to like 4 hours to level that shit up. It was a big quality of life improvement. I saw it because I re-roll a lot. It was very useful. Love that. I would like to see a lot more of that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I think we will. I have gotten a lot more faith in Star Vault with these recent patches. Yet, I mean, obviously we're gonna have some buggy shit. I feel like any game you play, there's gonna be buggy shit with new content. But no, there's definitely been a lot more things that have been fixed that technically should have been fixed 2 years ago. Let's be real, but they're being fixed. You know what I mean? I think that's all that kind of matters, and we should focus on as a community, especially because our community is getting a lot more traction. We got players like Summit that actually stream the game live, and that's 14,000 people watching it at once, I think it was. Like, that's fucking insane. And I think we have seen an influx of players coming in, because we got Clean, Loris, and Barados are still doing their thing, being very consistent. You started streaming pretty consistently lately, especially with the webcam coming out, which I think has gotten you a lot of viewership recently. See that beautiful face, guys? That face is fucking beautiful. Let me think here. So yeah, like I was saying, like there's a lot of eyes on this game right now, and I think this is kind of like one of those crucial moments for Star Vault to actually, continue with the way they've been going, and just be consistent with everything at the same time. What are your guys' thoughts on all that?
You can go ahead, Mungo, first if you don't mind, and I'll answer the second.
Okay. Still, what in terms of like general quality of life, or what are we talking?
We're talking like, bro. Okay, so you know how we have a lot of eyes on us now. This game has a lot of eyes on it now, right? We got this game's gotten a lot of viewership recently. Big name players in the streaming industry are playing the game and streaming it live. I mean, there's like that new guy, Activy. He's like a Halo commentator or something like that. He started streaming the game. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of eyes, and
there's Mendo as well. Mendo has a lot of other streamer friends.
Right. Yep. He's partnered with Twitch,
and he's trying to get a lot of people from his friends group and other people to play. So he's also bringing a lot of new eyes in the game.
Yeah. There's a lot, and I think that even like the community creator Discord, that shit's getting a lot more like new streamers I've never heard of joining as well, which is great. The only problem I see though is that our community is kind of sick in the head to the point where they might stream snipe somebody and ruin their day, and then if you do it to the wrong person, that could really fuck the game up. So I think as a community we kind of need to also respect our streamers. I get that, it's fun to fucking kill one of your favorite streamers or something, but at the same time we don't want the game to die, and it's going in a really good place, and I think that we can't ruin that momentum that we got going on right now.
Yeah, I think so I first started like watching streams with this game. I never really was into the Twitch community, but it's pretty like obvious that stream sniping is like frowned upon in like games in general. Like it's not like this game specific kind of thing, it's just more that like because this game has such a low pop when it happens, if like someone like Summit comes in and gets immediately stream sniped and camped, that's never going to be a good thing. But when someone like RAZER, yourself, you actively look for stream snipes sometimes, you look for content. It's like it's situational is what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, I check when RAZER's in GK RAZER.
It's just natural, everyone does that. You know what I mean? Like if you're just scrolling through Twitch, you might just pull people's streams. You're like, oh well, I accidentally just saw he's there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. It's just natural instinct to do. But just to add information on top of that, it's no matter who plays the game, there will always sometimes be somebody stream sniping. Especially if you're a very big name, they will stream snipe you. Especially if Summit streams, he will get people going to his location for good or bad reasons. The only way to enforce that better is Star Vault having their GMs in game making sure to protect that player of some sort. I don't know what they can do. It's really hard to tell if somebody's stream sniping or not. But there's examples of like private servers on Rust. There's like GMs you could say on Rust servers. They check if people are hacking or stream sniping, and they're literally paid to look and set that, like make sure that that's not happening. And do you know what I mean? Like there might be warnings, there might be bans. I don't know how Starvault can work with that, but we know from day one they haven't really done a good job of stopping stream snipers. I'm sure they have done a couple, but not as much as they should be, if that makes sense. But that could be because of low staff, or it's hard to control, I guess you could say.
No, for sure. For sure. I mean, it would definitely require having more staff, right, doing specific jobs. I don't know how many moderators the game currently has. I've seen a lot of new names when I do tickets, but it's like, yeah, I know, I agree, because I feel like the content creators of this game need to be treasured more.
Yeah, I agree as well.
I had this conversation with, it was like 2 or 3 podcasts back. Oh god, I feel like an asshole now. Shit, what's your fucking name, bro? Fuck. Alright, whatever. He was the leader of the guild called University of Ireland.
Right.
He brought up some really good points, like, and he's an MO1 player. Like, Starvault's never really given much attention until recently when they made that content creator Discord, right? But the problem there is they've been so focused on developing their game that Nimbus or Nebulous isn't really, like, he's supposed to be the ambassador, right? For, like, the go-between for content creators in Starvault. I feel like there hasn't really been anything done. Like, there hasn't been any options or opinions or support given to those players, because I know for a fact that there's a great amount of players that have, for example, the free sub that don't even stream the game. I know there's players that deserve the free sub. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that I feel like the content creators who are technically the major opinion on whether this game is worth playing, right? Players that don't know shit about the game are going to go on YouTube, go on Twitch, research the game, and say, is this worth playing? If you have an unhappy content creator, what's stopping them from saying, no, it's not worth your time? Or there's this wrong with it, and then completely turns them off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
First of all, shout out to Nebulous and Nimbus. I actually think he's doing a very good job for Starvault in regards to content creator programming, being a developer and getting involved like with the background work. Like I said, he got involved with the combat mechanics that changed recently, the blink charge, which I think was super cool, and many other things. I think Starvault really has somebody, at least from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing the other staff working, but from having Nimbus or Nebulous, you want to call him, he's a really good pickup, and they should be really happy to have him on the team. In regards to what you said, some streamers might deserve, to have this free, free sub, so they can stream the game and support Starvault, and also Starvault supports them by giving them a free subscription.
Right.
But I think isn't there that placement you have to have at least like 1,000 followers on Twitch with a certain amount of, like, there's standards, or I don't know what you call them. You have to reach some points, don't you?
I think there is some sort of goal, but I know for a fact that some people actually have gotten that goal. Right. And I asked them, and they said they haven't received anything. So
okay, how did they apply those? My question. Did they tell you how they applied to get the content creator pro, like the free sub? There's
one streamer who doesn't stream at all,
right,
who has it.
Do you want to say the name?
I don't want to screw him over, right?
Right.
But he doesn't even play the game though, so I don't even know if it would be like a bad thing. But anyways, point is, he was just given it. They were just messaged him one day and just gave it to him, and he doesn't pull the viewership that's required. He might have the followership, but he doesn't have the viewership. And
Okay.
and then again, we're going back to the part where he doesn't even stream the game. So I'm not saying Nebulous is doing a bad job, but I feel like there needs to be someone who specifically set job is to do community management. Community management with the content creators. Not as someone who's a developer and
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. And that's what I was saying. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was done.
No, that's what I was saying with Nimbus. I'm gonna call him Nimbus because that's how I like calling him. Nimbus. He's he's a developer and he's also working in regard like totally different aspect of what he's supposed to. Do you know what I mean? He's working on that as well, which is the Twitch side or the YouTube side. You know, the content program side. And I was telling anybody that has reached those goals to get a free sub, you have to mostly message the person directly, like Nimbus. Don't send an email. I applied for an email and it didn't get replied to, so I don't know who's in control of that. But the best way is to get in contact with Nimbus to get the content creator role, if that makes sense, and the program to get free sub if you hit the goals. In regards to what you said, I agree. I think once you get that free subscription, I think there should be a system implemented where if you don't stream for 3 weeks, let's say, you lose that, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Or if you don't reach a certain goal. I don't know about reaching a certain goal, but like certain amount of viewers, whatever. I think if you just don't stream the game specifically for a certain amount of hours or something per month or whatever, I don't think you should retain the free sub because you're not actually advertising the game and you're getting paid. You're literally not paying the game, and you're playing for free. Is what I'm trying to say. So there has to be like a benefit for both sides, if that makes sense. And I think there needs to be a system. If you don't stream enough, it can get reverted and taken away from you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Like give it to somebody else that maybe deserves it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I mean, as much as that person that I mentioned, who will not be named, is actually a friend, I don't think that they should have it. It doesn't make any sense to me, right? It doesn't benefit anyone. Like, no one's benefiting except for him, right? But then again, he doesn't even play the game anymore. And when he did play the game and did stream it, he wasn't pulling the views. And he was very sporadic. It wasn't consistent, right? So
could you send that to me in the DM?
I got you, bro.
I'm not gonna say anything yet.
I got you.
And then Mungo, what do you think, Mungo, bro? What's your opinion on this about the content program?
As the only non-streamer here, I think I should play devil's advocate against you streamer bastards. So I have a lot of people who play this game who complain about streamer privilege in itself. There are the ways that GMs act towards normal players and the way they act towards streamers, and they will do things for streamers that they won't do towards normal players. But you know, that's just circumstantial. That's just here. I have like first-hand accounts of that. I have friends who have said that, but they don't play the game anymore, so it's not really relevant, honestly. But yeah, I think Twitch is the best way to promote a game. So I get why that is a thing. However, I think that if I was going to complain about the main complaint I have against this game, honestly, is the moderation team. I am yet to have like more than 3 decent experiences with the mods. Normally, they just tell me to go fuck myself. Honestly, it's like, can you do this? No. And then I ask why, and they don't respond. That's my experience with mods, and I don't know what it's like with you guys. But I know the 2 streamers in Companions is iTears and Dodekai, and they have very different experiences with moderators.
I will agree. There has been some biased shit when it comes to me asking a GM for shit. One time I deleted gold, and they didn't get. I was actually in a different city and got to a different city. They basically teleported me or helped me transport gold to another city safely. It wasn't much. It was like 200 gold or something like that. It wasn't like I literally just deleted by accident, and I DM'd him, but he never got back to me. And I was in a different city by the time he actually got back to me. It was super fucking crazy.
I mean, it's the thing of like I understand why StarVault will prioritize streamers. Obviously, it's a good business plan to do that. because that's how you get your game out there. That's just basic advertising.
So I think that there's bias. I don't agree with being like anything biased because obviously I've heard horror stories about people not getting the assistance. And then of course I think I know I have to actually disagree though. With one part, I think that all aspects of promotion should be attributed to this game. So like, for instance, we have Azog in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. He makes a lot of YouTube content, right? And his content is actually pretty entertaining, right? And then you have like Mr. Amazing from Crows, also entertaining entertainment content, right? But those people aren't getting anything from the community. Or not community, sorry, from Starvault.
Yeah.
Starvault is not helping them out in any shape or form. I'm not saying you don't have to necessarily give people a free sub, but I mean, we could do things like key giveaways. We could do events. Oh my god, what we were talking about is your events, right? We can actually do like events with Starvault. Like that would be fucking crazy. And then like there'd be like sponsored events by yada yada streamers. I mean, there's various ways we can go about it, and I think a lot of us might not like each other in the community, but I think we still have to come together as a community to help build on that and kind of push Starvault into the direction we want it to go in order to get things rolling. And because I mean, all of us play the game because we like the game. We love the fucking game, right? We watch these streams, we watch the videos because we love the game. We don't want to see the game die. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that for that section of the conversation. If you guys want to add on that, feel free.
I wanted to add one thing. I really did want that actually. Just really quick. We don't have to go too deep into it, but I think they are going in the right direction with what they've done with the content creator program, which is awesome. One thing though I want to say, you were talking about other platforms like YouTube, Spotify, etc., etc. What I do want to say is I've been playing this game for 3 years, give or take, right? And I say, content-wise, I blew up in the last year. I've been uploading since day one when I play this game on YouTube with hundreds of hours of videos and 150k views or something like that all together. And I only have like around 600 subscribers. It's nothing to flex or whatever. I'm saying is, with those numbers, I still can't get a Twitch, or not Twitch, a free subscription, if that makes sense, to sponsor the game, you know, like to show off the game, whatever. And that's 3 years of hard work of only getting 600 people to subscribe to YouTube channel on just from people playing the game. At least 500 of those people are people who actually play the game. The other 100 are people who would probably never touch the game. And I was just comparing that YouTube is harder to get that goal versus Twitch. Twitch is so much easier to get that content program creator role compared to YouTube. And I feel like sometimes YouTube can actually pull more views and people watching compared to a live stream on Twitch, if that makes sense. Because when you post a video on YouTube, it shows the content to the people straight away, if that makes sense. It's done correctly. While Twitch, people can watching me, for an example, or U-Tiers or Dodakai or whoever, like Clean, sitting and waiting for something to happen for hours. Do you know what I mean? And that might be boring to some people. Do you know, when you're watching?
Right.
And, we can probably come to this. And a good example was yesterday night. Odinson and Carnimato had a stalemate for 3 hours because nobody wanted to push out or in the middle of the dungeon. And it was on stream. Bardos was streaming it. Nothing happened for 2-3 hours. That might be boring for somebody to watch on Twitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, man, nobody wants to fight each other. So what I was trying to say to you is, because you do YouTube, you do Spotify, I'm comparing other platforms that might be better to like drop down how many goals you need to hit to be able to get that subscription or something like that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
No, I agree. 100%. I agree with that. There's a lot of things that I think need to be reevaluated. I mean, obviously the game, TC, I think is something that the majority of our community can agree needs to be reevaluated. And then we have the creator program, because that is a free promotional source for Starvault. I think that needs to be kind of coddled a bit more. I don't know. I really hope, because watches these videos, and I know he's gonna listen to this later, but please hire someone specifically for content and community management. That's all I'm gonna leave it at for that. Yeah, Mungo, or has you got anything to add that you would make a request of our beloved father, Henrik?
Not in terms of this. I'm not a streamer. I can't really comment on streaming.
Oh no, community as well.
Community as well. Yeah, I mean, having a community manager is a double-edged sword. You know, you have to listen to the how would I word this? You have to listen to the good takes and the not so good takes. There are people who are mouthy who do not have particularly good takes. I will not name names, but if you're in this community, you will know who that is. And yeah, so you've got to have the good balance of just like knowing when to tell players to shut the fuck up and like knowing when to listen to them. That's it's the key of like making the good game, you know? It's a hard thing to do, but yeah. I trust Starvolt to do it. Hopefully.
Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up another video. Oh, this one's 58 minutes. What the fuck?
It's my movie, isn't it?
Yeah,
popcorn out.
Fuck. Alright. Oh, so actually, I had a really good question for you, Razor, specifically, because I think this would be a hot take. What guilds out of videos you've seen, or even seen in game, are looking like upcoming bangers?
Guilds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's the worst time to ask me the question because like I don't really play that much recently.
I've seen you.
Upcoming bangers like.
All right, let's talk about individuals. If that's a hard one, let's talk about individuals. If you've seen individuals, because you know that one guy who threw me off from Kodo from your tournament.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that when you asked me the question when you're speaking about individuals. So obviously the tournament, I was quite surprised because some of the my own guildmates, Nightfall guys, I was expecting to do way better, and they got knocked out quite early, actually. So I was very surprised in that. And we'll give a shout out to Dalamund. I forgot his actual in-game name, but he placed second place in the tournament. Salem, exactly. So doesn't matter about the tag. Like you can be Kodo, you can be Odin, you can be Nightmare, you can be Levia, you can be Nightfall. It doesn't matter. The fact that a lot of people didn't know who he was, and he showed up with a unmeta weapon, used his own. One of two people that used the pole sword, Magnetic was other. He came second place against the best 1v1er of that tournament. So, there's up and coming players that we never heard of. There was a guy from Blackhand as well that I never really heard of. It did really well. And this is the reason why I do one of the tournaments. You know,
Mungo. Yeah.
Mungo, I was gonna say. You know. And,
Mungo trashed me. He's the one who knocked me out the back. He fucking destroyed me. I was very surprised.
Who's Mungo? I never heard of him.
The Blackhand guy.
Oh, that's his name?
Talking about yourself, Mungo. I thought you were talking about yourself.
No. If I was talking about myself, I would be way more self-deprecating.
No, Mungo from the Guild Blackhand, correct? That's what I was talking about, I believe, right? Yeah. Like some people like that. He actually had a really good run. That's what I mean. These tournaments, they bring out people that no one's ever seen about, and they get their name out, get some nice experience, and win some free cash, man. If they get
there was one guy too. He was a new Dawn player from Moki. Fuck.
Do you know what placement he's got?
I don't remember his placement, but he surprised the fuck out of me just because I don't really think Moki, and I don't really think, good player. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, not there, yeah. I see what you mean.
Fuck, what was his name? Was it Taiju or something?
Taiju, okay.
Yeah, so that was one guy. Yeah, he got knocked out of the tourney by Levia player, and that was expected, I think.
He got put into the lower bracket by Levia player, but got knocked out by Kaiju, is the other guy's name, which is my own guild mate. Bracket.
Yeah,
but he got pretty far, actually. He actually did really well based on his bracket.
Yeah, that was a surpriser.
Okay.
Who else we got?
I'll tell you right now. Let me pull it up while we're waiting here. I'll tell you the top 16 if you'd like.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Alright.
In random order, so you don't name number 16. Who tried his best.
Alright, we'll do first first place to 16th place. Olgadam came first from Levia.
Okay.
Salem from Kodo, which was the big dark horse, like nobody expected that at all.
Right.
Alzer, been playing for a long time from Terran Hall. big banger. Always places well, top 5 at least every single time.
Elzer's actually improved
Kai-
a lot recently. If I might touch up on Elzer, he's
Really?
improved.
He's always been placing well over every single tournament. That
Well, I think his individual skills definitely gotten better.
You think?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
would say so as well. We have Kaiju, who I actually expected to at least come second. Funshots is his name in Nightfall. He actually got eliminated twice by Ogladam, who was the winner. So potentially, maybe if Kaiju fought Salem, aka Dalamont, maybe would have came second. But we have Skipper 5th place, Alex B 6th place, Mungo, who we talked about 7th place, Petoski 8th place, Vladi 9th place.
Oh yeah, that guy W Laddie is also
Yeah.
from the Moki area. He's in the guild
Right.
Worms.
So he came top 9, top 16 basically. There's
Yeah.
no rank from 9 to 16. So we have Mungo here, who also plays top 8, top 16. Wicked, Magnific, Dagos, Modric, Xeon, and Kami. So these are some players that came top 16.
Out of that list, who do you think surprised you the most besides Kodo and the Black Hand guy?
Who surprised me the most? XP, actually. Alex from Levia. I did not expect him to get that far. He came in the winner's bracket. He was all the way technically to the semi-final, and he got eliminated by Kaiju, I believe, who came 4th. So I did not expect Alex B to get far. He came, like I said, 6th place, 6, 7, 8th place, top 8.
That's good. It's really cool because not only are these tournaments more stimulating for the community, but I think it's also a motivator for a lot of those competitive
Yes.
players out there to get better.
Yep.
I mean, like, we're seeing players come out of the places where we typically wouldn't see decent PvPers come from, coming out of
Yes.
the woodwork. It's actually insane. And I wish players like that would actually come out and play in GK Riser, Undercroft, like the dungeons more often than their home territory. It blows my mind personally. Mungo, what do you have
What do you
thoughts
think,
on that?
Mungo? Exactly.
Yeah, there was a lot of bangers in that in the tournament. I knew as soon as I saw the list, I knew I was not gonna, I was not gonna come fucking high. Like you had your Ogladam, your Funshots, Skipper, like Petoski. Like there was a lot of people. There was people who I didn't know, like Dagos and Monko, who surprised the hell out of me. Did very well. I'd fought Salem before. I knew he was good. I didn't know he was that good. But honestly, yeah, solid fighter. And yeah, it was a great experience. I had a well of a time. Like I knew I wasn't going to come in the final, but I knew I was going to improve. So that it should just be the attitude that people have. I think there's a lot of fear in putting yourselves in these like situations.
Yes.
But
And I want to add something to that after, bro.
yeah, I just think if you want to improve, you have to just go for it sometimes, And this is coming from someone who literally refuses to ego duel or wager in like the open world because
Yes,
I don't
sir.
like drama. But like the tournaments themselves, 100% go for it. Absolutely worth your time.
So,
Yep.
the real question, when is the next tournament? I know when it is. I know when Mungo knows when it is. But Razor,
you.
tell me, when is it?
That's what I wanted here. So next tournament, it's a 2v2 and a 3v3 next month. Date might change, but it's sticking to what it is right now. It's the second Monday of August, and the third Monday of August. So it's mid-August, guys, for the 2v2 and 3v3. So
Alright.
expect that to be an absolute banger. We have some history of from looking at other players, like example of Salem, who came second place, attends that tournament. Obviously, eyes are going to be on him, see how he places next. And yeah, 2v2 is a stack of gold cash prize, and the 3v3 is a stack and a half gold cash prize. So, and to add on top of that, Tears, if you don't mind, is Mungo was talking about people dodging a tournament or not attending.
Mhm.
No matter how skilled you are, you need to understand there's no pressure on you at all. Go there because it's free. You go there for the experience. You go there to get better. You go there to meet other people and see who they are. You as a player, if you don't feel comfortable to go and attending it, that means you're not the best, for an example, right? You're not supposed to be winning it, if that makes sense, right? And I'm gonna tell you from experience, no one's gonna look at you and judge you, right? No one's gonna judge you. Nobody cares. The only people that might think that is the top players who want to be first, the ego players, the top 3 who will want to win. Those are the people who are going to be affected by it if they don't place well. Everyone else, come there for experience, come there to get better, and just vibe, man. It's a good time. I'm telling you. Like it's a win-win for you, no matter what. It's free, and you might win some free money. Like, why not?
Actually, I have a question, and I think this might be something that could entertain those that feel afraid to participate in the main tournament. Have you thought about making an actual league?
Like a league.
Like an actual ranked league. I know it would be a huge, something huge to tackle and like actually organize.
No, because the only way to make that happen is if I put gold into it, and because if it's just for the ego or I don't think it would work. I don't think people would show up because there needs to be incentive to join this other than saying I'm better than you. I don't think people will join for that reason. That's again, I'm making the tournaments and I'm doing.
So exactly,
every single month there's something happening. Do you know?
That's exactly the answer I wanted to hear, because that is more motivation, I think, that Henrik and the development team need to create events or some sort of league that's ranked for PvPers of all skill levels.
Get involved with myself. I told for the rest of this year, like up till December, I'll be hosting tournaments. If Starville want to get involved in some way, they know where to find me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be doing all the work with some other people. The last tournament was me and Foe doing all the brackets, doing all the background work, while Ring and Lourdes was streaming it for the people. And we learned a lot. We can definitely improve the streaming quality, which in my opinion was top notch, but we can definitely make it better. And the pace of the tournament will improve for the next few ones. So it's not going to take 5-6 hours. It's going to be shortened down to 2 hours max, maybe 3 if anything. And a lot of content's going to be in a short amount of time span. So a lot of action. Yeah. So if Starva want to get involved with some other other than me sponsoring or other players sponsoring gold, heck man, let's get some other stuff going if they want to.
Yeah, I think that we should definitely push Starvault towards being the person that is the purse. They're the ones that give the purse, because I think it's fucking awesome what you're doing, but I definitely don't feel like you should be the one to put that burden on. Does that make sense? Because they might see this now and say, "Oh, don't worry, guys, Razer's taking care of it," or Azog, who literally just said, "I'll give someone a scroll at the next winter tournament," right? Like, the players shouldn't be the ones to fit that bill, because I know it's a sandbox game. Don't fucking kill me for this, but you guys need the help with the content as well. I can't just rely on your player base to just think up these amazing ideas.
Yeah.
Mungo, what are your thoughts? Please, bro.
So I will say that I think, Razor, you take too much flack for the way the first tournament, the complaints against that. Yeah, it took a long time, but it was the first one that you ever did. It could have been quicker, sure, but if anyone has any complaints, they can run one themselves. Fuck that. You did a good job. I had a lot of fun.
Noticed the same thing.
I would not put that against you. If I had suggestions, I would say, yeah, maybe have a few more organizers so you don't have to do all of it yourself.
Yep.
But it was a solid event. It was a lot of fun as someone who partook in it. I do not have many complaints. Apart from it was run by you dog. I will kill you in the tournament.
Why didn't you participate, actually? Because I was really hoping to see you participate.
Okay. Perfect. I was just worried that it wasn't going to go smoothly for my first tournament. I've never hosted a tournament. I planned things in advance the day before. Things kind of... It was a lot of... I want to say a lot of stress, but I just wanted to make sure my first ever tournament was going to run somewhat smoothly. Does that make sense?
Right.
I didn't want to make it a flop. It's first impression is really important, and I made a plan out that I have enough goal to be able to support my own tournament for my own hard-earned grind and cash, basically the gold, for the rest of the year. So I plan out that I can sponsor all these tournaments myself up until December, and I wanted the first one to be successful, so my next few tournaments are successful. Because if it was a flop, maybe people wouldn't show up, and I didn't want that to happen. So I was really worried that if I didn't put all my focus in the tournament organizing and everything, it would not work out. And I got the experience now, and I'm quite happy. I think I will be attending the 2v2. I think I'll be attending the 3v3. It's a very highly chance I'll be attending that. Because now I'm confident of the system that I created to make it work. And yeah, you might see me. Most likely will see me for the next tournament.
Fuck yeah, bro. And I mean, it's dope already that someone already gave you a tier 1 stronghold deed. That was super fucking cool. And then Odin Seed for sponsoring the location of the event. We have our differences, guys, but that's fucking cool that you did that for the community. I mean, in the Azog literally just saying in chat here that he was gonna give them the scroll to the next winner.
Yes, I've been DM'd already that the next tournament, the 2v2, we're gonna have a scroll as a prize pool now. So either I'm gonna convert that to gold, or that's just gonna be given to the player. Which, Azog, would you like to tell us how much that's worth? Like a stack of gold, is it nowadays? Which I really appreciate. Thank you. Go ahead, Tyr. Sorry to interrupt you, bro. I
was waiting for him to write in the chat if it was a stack of gold or not. But no, that's dope. That's fucking so cool.
About a stack. There you go.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. But yeah. Okay, so guys, I'm posting again the link to Razer's Tournament's Discord. Go ahead and please hit that. Participate, like you said. There's no harm in just trying your luck. No one's gonna judge you. Like you said, the only people that might judge you are those that are at the top percenter of the game. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And if it ever gets too far and too toxic, they'll be controlled and they will be banned or kicked out of the guild or the tournament and not to be allowed to join. So don't worry, it's gonna be quite professionally sorted anyways, organized.
Yeah, I think you've proven yourself that you can run events with everything that you guys organized and how you guys all handled it. I think went very smoothly. I wouldn't say you guys did anything like wrong, except maybe, of course, trying to figure out a better way to condense the time. But I mean, it's a fucking tournament, so people should kind of expect, things to go into overtime, right? For example, like when you watch, I don't know, like you guys have soccer, but we have American football. Like we always expect games to go longer than they should because of commercial breaks, things like that. So I think that people just need to fucking calm their titties and realize that someone's putting a bunch of fucking work into what they've created and respect it. But hey,
I'm all down for criticism. I'm all down for feedback because
fuck them all.
Honestly, I've been playing this game for so many time, and I've got some ego to protect, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're saying one of the best players, sure, but it's not the best player, and I get shit talked a lot, and it does not affect me at all. So if you have feedback or anything to tell me, let me know.
Oh no, bro. Okay, let's be real though. When you type in Mortal online and you look up like top players, you do realize you're like one of the first people that come up on YouTube right away, right?
Sure, I guess, but it's a big variety of who's the best player. There's no one best player.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it could be argued Wicked, it could be argued Oko, it could be, there's a lot of different player names out there that obviously could be considered the number one. I don't want to think there's always a number one because duels always go both ways. I mean, everyone's seen Wicked and Oko go at duels, and it always goes.
If we're speaking facts, 1v1 right now, the best player on paper is Ogladam. Won the tournament, won the fair and square. If we're talking about anything else, like real fights, whatever, there might be better players. You know what I mean? Like if in-game stuff. So, but right now, Ogladam is the best 1v1 player based off the tournaments that he placed in. So, there you go. And hopefully we can take that down, eh?
There you go. I want to see actually some content from him. Does he have a content channel?
That's what I'm saying. He posts on YouTube from time to time, but doesn't do any Twitch stream at all. Posts from time to time on YouTube.
So I
was surprised he never posted anything about winning the tournament, which was weird for me. But
yeah, I want to see something from that guy come out. But hey, I want to close it out there, guys. This was a really good conversation. Did you guys have anything you want to drop off in there before we end it?
I've got one thing, just bit of a backtrack. I saw Azog donating the scroll. Shit like that is very good for the community. Like, shout out to Azog for doing that kind of shit. Like, Razor's doing this himself. Like, if he can get some help, he should definitely get that. Like, big respect to Azog for doing that kind of thing.
Yep. I might shit talk you, buddy, but
Yeah, he's an Odense dog who deserves to die, but you know.
But no, that's fucking cool, man. Good for you. Good shit. Good shit. I really hope that you guys hear this shit and maybe toss in some of your own coin or items. Ogmeme is always appreciated. Alright, guys. Bet. Appreciate you all. You guys take it easy, okay? And thank you, Mungo. Thank you, Razer. I really appreciate you guys. And again, the tournament, guys. Go to that link again. I'm going to post it again and again. And then make sure you check out Razer's YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting it in the description of the YouTube and in the Spotify. But here, take a look at that YouTube channel right there. And yeah, everyone, have a great night. Thank you. Take care.
Good night.
Catch you later.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. See you later.
We have to go to Minnow Dungeon and spank that ass.
Or maybe we'll stand on a mountain for 3 hours. Hey, iTiers, thanks for the raid, bro. What's up, Dyer? Dude, it's hella nuts. Dude, that was hyped as hell.